What do you do when one or more members of your group dominate the conversation or ramble on and on? This can be really challenging, but it also gets at the mentality that you have as a small group leader. If your mentality is we need to get through the material as fast as possible, then a rambler is just a source of frustration and annoyance. But if you remember that God has called you to shepherd the people in front of you more than the material, and He's called you to care for them where they are and where He's taking them, then you can have some patience and you can try to really understand where they're coming from. And to do that, I'm going to suggest two primary things. The first is that you just try to ask why. Why are they talking so much? And the way that you do that is the second thing, which is you probably need to sit down with them one-on-one for a cup of coffee, lunch, or grab them for a few minutes after small group to ask them some questions. Because there are often three primary reasons why people talk as much as they do. They might be lonely. They might just not have anyone in their lives at this point in time that they can really talk to or who seems to care. And what they need from the group more than anything else is to know that the group is invested in them, and through that to know even more importantly that God has invested in them. God sees them, God hears them. Even if no one else wants to, God cares. And your group can demonstrate that by listening to them. But you don't want that person to dominate the whole group. So by getting together with them one-on-one, what you can do is feel them out, hear more of their story. Do they need a prayer partner who can talk to them more regularly? Are they disconnected from a church and you can help them connect? Do they need to be in counseling? Or do they just need to know that your group, our group, is for everyone to share? We love it when you share, but we also want everybody else to. And if you share for 15 minutes every week, nobody else gets the chance to. Would it be okay if you only share every once in a while? Often if they feel heard and seen and known by you, they're more willing to do that. And you can help them grow in the Lord and grow in their own sense of being cared for and being less lonely. One of the other reasons might be that they're just not aware of it. They lack the self-awareness of what's going on, and so when they ramble, they just aren't aware. I have friends like this. The idea here is to affirm and redirect them back to the group. And I talk about this more specifically in my video about dealing with tangents, which you might want to watch. But the basic thing is, you're making great statements. These are great points you're bringing up. Oh, we really love hearing your stories. I would love to know what the rest of the group thinks. I would love to know if anybody else has a story that connects to what he or she just said. You want to bring it back to the group, and you want to keep moving, but then you want to sit down with them again one-on-one or for a couple minutes afterward and basically figure out, do they even know what they're doing? And if not, how can you help them? If your mindset is that they're annoying or frustrating, that will come out in your body language and your tone of voice and your posture. But if you care about them, so pray, ask the Lord to give you the right heart and attitude. If you care about them, then you're bringing this to their attention, not because they're annoying, but because you care about them and you want to help them be aware and grow. And when you do that, your body language, your posture, your tone of voice communicates care, and then they're able to receive that well. And you can give them you can say, hey, when you're going on and on, is there something I can do or like a signal I can give you to kind of rein you back in? And then you're working in conjunction and you're helping them out. The third reason might be that they're trying to teach. They're trying to show their knowledge. And this can be for really good reasons. Sometimes people are just eager to share what they know because they think it can genuinely benefit the group. It might come from maybe a little bit less good reasons. They're trying to show off. Or it might honestly be connected to loneliness. They just think they've got to prove their value to the group. They've got to prove to the group, oh, I know something. I know what I'm talking about. So you need to feel out where they're coming from, but you also need to help them. There are reasons why, if it were me, I would say there are reasons why I'm running the group the way that I am. And sometimes lots of Bible knowledge actually shuts down other people who don't know as much as you do. So I'm so appreciative when you speak up and share, but if you do that quick and just like in one or two sentences, that fosters conversation, but if you do it in paragraphs, that shuts down conversation because people go, wow, she knows a lot more than I do and I can't compete with that. If they're doing it because they feel, you feel out that they have a sense of needing to prove themselves to the group, encourage them. Hey, you're welcome here. We know that you know what you're talking about. We're just glad that you're here. You don't have anything to prove. And if they're showing off, that's something you've got to address with them too. This is not a place to seek our own glory. Small group is for the glory of the Lord. So you really want to figure out where they're coming from. Are they lonely? Are they unaware of why they're rambling or that they're rambling on? Or are they just trying to teach for a variety of reasons? And to do that, you need to ask why, and you almost certainly need to get together with them one-on-one.